Good afternoon everyone, Ian from DIY Home Gardening, 2nd of April, and you know it's my day off because there's no sun. That's right. Bit of rain this morning, well, quite a bit of rain this morning, so yeah, thought I'd come up this afternoon and try and get a bit of tidying up done and some seed sowing. So if I turn the camera around, we can have a look as to how things are progressing. So starting with this bed, we've had a couple of pickings actually from these rhubarb, the ones that I've done as the makeshift forcing thing with the black weed fabric over the top to try and force them on. You can see that those little stems that are left are a little bit spindly. Just thought I'd show you. So I've just applied a feed over this lot, well, over a lot of things actually. So I just need actually need the rain to turn up and wash it down. But anyway, you can see this bed is turning into quite the carpet of weed or grass weed. Leeks looking good, but not as good as that artichoke. I mean, that's going to be absolutely massive. And actually, see all the flower bud forming on the blackberry, blackcurrant even. We moved the perpetual spinach over to this bed just so I could try and get the other bed done. And yeah, we've started going through the leeks that had been left over the winter period. So having realised that possibly these are the only chrysanthemums still alive, I say possibly because I'm not holding my breath on those, took the decision to make a start on this bit. And yeah, I grew carrots last year up there, pretty decent carrots to be honest, but not massive. Didn't grow any parsnips up here last year, but had grown at previous site over there. So what I wanted to do was to have a better crop essentially, if I could. And so this is what I've come up with. I've gone second board high to give me the drainage and soil capacity. And because I'm starting from scratch, it would cost an absolute fortune filling it with compost. So what I've done is I've filled up to there with manure, and then over the top as soil that essentially was in the bottom of this first bed. Then I've put a mixture of 3 bags worth of compost. That is amazing. That's 120 litres worth of compost already gone into that, and some horticultural grit sand just to improve the structure of the soil mix. And so yeah, I've just started sowing the carrot seed. The one I'm going for is called sugar snacks. And so what I do is do a rough line, sowing line if you will, and then into that. Now this might be quite difficult one-handed, but let's give it a go. Watering can, and trickle some water into the whatever you call it, sowing area. And yeah, let's try and get this done. Let me pause the video whilst I do this two-handed. Right, crudely set up. So, and poured the water down in this channel. Still can't think of a term for it, to be honest. Anyway, pour some water in there because carrot seed does not like to be dry, and that's normally the reason why they don't germinate. And then we just go along and run our seed in there. I always oversow just because it's better to, I think, better to oversow and have that opportunity or possibility of thinning out than undersow and not having any seed germinate. So we've got the seed in there, and then just cover over. So either use your stick or hand, whatever's easiest. In this case, hand. If you find any larger bits, just break it over. And that is the carrots sown. That's the final line. Now I'm going to do the parsnips. Right, so that's the parsnip seed in as well. Hopefully I have better luck this year. And I say, when I've not grown any parsnips up here, it's not for want of trying. I tried them in there last year, and first lot got eaten by the slugs and snails. Second lot got eaten by the sheep when they managed to get into the plot. So yeah, it's one of those vegetables that's notoriously a little bit tricky to grow, and for some reason I've yet to master them up here, but we shall see. Onto this bed then. So I did a little bit of condensing up a couple of weeks ago now. Brought over, well, what I did was some of the Kelsey onions had died off where it's had been so wet, and you can see that one at the back there still looks very suspect, as does that one. Wouldn't be surprised if they go as well. So yeah, condensed those up, and in the space I just brought over some shallots from home. So these are the ones from Sainsbury's, and these are the ones from Marks and Spencer's. Just see how they grow, being the French giant banana types. Red cabbage, looking bloody awful. As you can see, they bolted, so they're, well, going to come out, to be honest. There's no value in those now, so they have to be ripped out, and yeah, just get a shot of those. The Taunton Dean kales starting to strengthen up a little bit, so hopefully they're, yeah, put some growth on, be able to take some cutting off that. Got the random garlics in here, again they're just kind of doing their thing. Within this bed, elephant garlic, so got the corms, which are down to here, and there's a few, I don't know whether you can see through the netting, but there are possibly a few more that have come up since last video. And then these are from clove, so significantly better than some corms, but we'll see at the end. Then within this area, again had a little bit of a tidy. So these are the perennial walking onions. Well, we've got a block of shallot there, which is, never remember it, Grisella. So we got the block of those. Then we got the walking onions, and then another shallot which bought last month from the garden centre. And then what I did is I planted 3 runs worth of cabbage, although that run there looks intact. A couple of plants there are intact. That run there been devoured, so not a lot happening there. Strawberries starting to put on a little bit of growth, but I've had a thought on this bed, because it is a real waste of space just to try and grow some strawberries in, and thinking probably the strawberries, unless they're netted up here, they're just going to get devoured. So probably or possibly move them back home. We shall see. Then this bed, not well, nothing's showing as yet. First early potatoes, little block of broad beans in there, and then second early potatoes. Obviously wind keeps blowing everything down. Welsh onions, got flour, but this one, he's gone actually. Reason that's gone is because the slugs chewed all the stem. And then this lot are all onions, but I've got to be honest, is that they were looking much better, I thought, last month. And then I think where we've just had that extra few weeks worth of rain in March, there's a few of them that are suddenly looking like they're struggling. Well, quite a lot that are looking like they're struggling, I'll be honest. I'm not as convinced that the crop is going to be all that. Certainly I don't think it's going to be as good as the crop last year. I have to wait and see. We need some hot weather to dry out the ground. These are all the garlic, so again whacked over a load of fish blood and bone fertiliser onto that. Again, because you can see they're just looking at this yellowish colour. They've been totally weather beaten, but hopefully a bit of feed will get them going, give them a bit of nitrogen. This is the bed, not quite finished, but this is the bed that is designated for the dahlias. So again, that's had the usual treatment, manure to about halfway up, and then pulled the soil that was underneath over the top. A little bit short of soil there, yeah, I'll probably use a bit more of this. So this is the last bed to do. As you can see, it's basically a sea of weeds or grass. So that needs doing. This bed got done about a fortnight ago now, so that's all finished and tidy. And again, just put a couple of perpetual spinach into there. I'll take you around this way. What I have done, because the guys have been dropping off so much manure just to clear their yard and the barns, keep them fresh, I've been using some of it to improve the pathways, because the site slopes a lot. Down the bottom here, I'll keep walking, down the bottom here is looking exactly like that, just full of water, total runoff. So yeah, put manure down here, and then I ran manure up through the middle, and my son gave me a hand last weekend to get this last bit of Mypex across. So we've actually got a proper tidy pathway now, and then yeah, just drop some manure into these lower ones. But again, you can see this is sort of puddled, and yeah, that's the difference that it makes, is that only putting a few inches down, but it just gets me off the wet. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment, and yeah, I guess the story will continue when we get back home. Right, so I only did an hour at the allotment and then come home, but I thought I'd show you this. So it's the blackberries. You can see they're all popping into life now, so shooting up everywhere, so that's going to be good. Over here we've picked some already, but got another little batch of rhubarb under there, which is the forcing stuff, so I've had that. And again, we've harvested a load of that from there and from in the bed. That leaf there, so that's the wild garlic. And let's get up here. Rosemary's looking good. So we got the gooseberry full of flower. Got a few garlic. They're just some over Provence lemon verbena. Moved it outside. It smells lovely, but I moved it outside because it was getting too dry up inside, and then you can see it's got absolutely battered by the cold. So let's try and prop this door open. Hold on. Right, that's better. Prop the door open. Got some stuff out of the way. So yeah, let me show you that to start with. So that's a Solanum quintoyensis flower bud, honestly. Tea plants. So Camellia sinensis. You can see there's a little bit of fresh growth appearing. Within this propagator, got some sweet corn and then courgettes on that side. Let's put this back on, and they're popped up already. So that's the mini pop corn. Another few dahlias there. Onion kelsey. Those were some late seed that I did and potted those. Loads of dahlias, more dahlias. Basil, it's only just got to the point where it's putting on its first set of true leaves, so yeah, has been a bit slow. Light levels are so poor this year. A few gaps starting to appear here and there, but all the chilies and sweet peppers still need to pot them. Oh, that's that. We've got this lot here, which are all cucumbers. Those pots up there are ginger, and then this lot potted up last night, so they're all the tomatoes done, thankfully. These are the tomatillos doing their thing. So yeah, it's all starting to come on a little bit. And then down here, 5 pots worth of orac, the scarlet kale, getting a little bit squished. Can't remember what's in there. Oh, tagetes. So tagetes are a bit like French marigold, kind of, but nicer. Using them for companion planting. We'll just move out here. Excuse the mess. Right, let's get this open. So, slight transitioning around and moving stuff around to begin the hardening off process. So that's the antirrhinums or snapdragons. They're all potted. Sweet peas, they all got pinched. Just trying to hold them back a little bit before planting. That tray there is another little block of leeks. So there'll be my plantings for the autumn winter of this year. So they're going in the spring summer. Next to them is some cabbage, Oppenham. Oh, here comes the rain. Celery, 2 types. Got the eryngiums over the back there. 2 lots of spinach there and there. Another block of beetroot bold hardy. So after we left or finished filming at the allotment, I did plant a few beetroot actually. So they've gone in between the carrots and parsnips. But anyway, we've got bolt hardy there, some lettuce, another leek. So it's a Tora, which is a yellow variety, some verbascum as a hardy planting, some black kale, got some other garlic on the go, and then the other stuff is just normal plants, and those are all the tree lilies down there. And that's where we're at in this perpetual winter it feels like. Let's get in. Just relentless. You know, we've had 3 months of cold and wet, and now we're into, well, April showers weather. Christ, don't know that we need any more rain or can tolerate any more rain. Yeah, so that's start of April update. As you can see, there's been a fair amount happening, mainly greenhouse and cold frame, but at the allotment it's all about the preparation. It's just trying to get on top of that, get the odd jobs done, to really make things a lot easier when it gets to the end of this month and mass planting starts. So yeah, so video done. If you've got any questions, then yeah, send them over to me. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Perhaps yeah, drop me a note as to how things are progressing with you, if you've got some crops that are doing particularly well, or indeed things that you've struggled with. You know, it's good to share between us as to different things to try and what works and what doesn't work. See if we can kind of find a common ground as to each other's failings. But yeah, so send us a message, that's great. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos that I'm doing. And well, relentlessly say it, but just have fun what you're doing, even if the weather's rubbish. So till next time. Oh, willows come out. Till next time, say goodbye. Yeah, bye for now.